Welcome back to another day, Fiancé recap. Let's talk the other way, season episode. Let's start with Luke and Matt Allen. So Lucas in Colombia earlier than his fiancée is expecting because he just felt like surprising her. Mind you, they haven't been talking because she blocked him after they had a fight about how Luke doesn't have any money because they're getting married in 2 weeks and he needs to pay up but he won't pay. Now, he's hoping that this will go better than the last time he tried to surprise a girl by showing up when she didn't expect it. Because the last time he did that, he found her in a bed with another man. I saw her cuddling in bed with her ex-boyfriend. Then we see her in her salon doing her books, and it's so funny because she looks like me when I was years old pretending to be a cashier at a bank. We learned that last month she made $1. Damn, good job, girl. How much has Luke made in the last month? I think $1. Her mom stops by her salon to get her nails done, and Madeline talks about how their relationship is so much better than before because when she was younger, her mom wasn't around is weird for me because when I was a child, she don't was around that much. Now, I thought that was because she was a single mom who worked jobs, who loved her kids, and never stopped. With gentle hands and a heart of a fighter. She was a survivor. I don't understand how you can get mad at your parent for being a single parent and going to their job to work hard so that they can put food on the table. I guess she held on to resentment for a little bit, but little has taught her to let go of the past and living right now. She talks to her mom about the wedding and how it's been so stressful because she's been planning it all by herself. Plus the wedding planner, who does most, if not all the planning. I'm so confused. I thought the entire point of the wedding center was to plan the wedding. They're supposed to get everything and then put it in front of you and be like, do you want A, B? And you say A or B, who cares? She's still annoyed with Luke because he has been no help. All he does is bitch and complain when it comes to money, so she blocked his ass. I hate that I don't have any time to fight him with him, so I just block him. Blah, blah, blah. And now she doesn't have to hear him complain at all. Luke makes a quick stop to get a bouquet of flowers, because he knows she's going to melt when she sees them, and she's going to forget about all their fights over money, right? He gets to the salon. He walks in and surprise and hands her the flowers. Hola, como estas? Well, that's the good stuff. Are you happy I'm here?
No. Oh.
And he stands there awkwardly. You're not. Are you sure? And then she screams and runs into his arms. Oh yeah, I guess the flowers really worked. Even though she's mad at him, just seeing him melt her heart. She loves him so much, and she just can't help it. Yard and blocked. Why did you even block me in the SD place? You don't remember how you talked to me. That's the reason why I blocked you. So she's going on and on about the wedding planning, and you can tell he's dissociating. Until she tells him that the venue is going to cancel their wedding if they do not pay up in days. Luke wants to know how much it is and did she stick to the budget that they increased times already because of her, and she doesn't answer how much it is. She just tells him just meet with the wedding planner tonight, okay? She's going to call to my apartment on where we're all together. Madeline doesn't get why Luke just can't understand that. They need to increase the budget again. He promised her the wedding of her dreams, and she keeps finding things that she wants to add in the wedding. So isn't it a given that the budget needs to go up? There are a ton of financial discrepancies that I need to look into, but I don't know who's to blame, the wedding planner or Madeline. I know it's not me. Let's get out of here. I don't understand how she doesn't understand that she just can't increase the budget every single time she finds something that she wants to add to the wedding. You can't just spend money that you don't have. Honestly, it must be because she's young. She's only years old, right? Because when I was years old, I used to be a shopaholic. I was in massive credit card debt. My logic back then was I would open up a credit card, and if they approved for a certain amount of a credit limit, I was able to use all that. And then if they increased it, then I had more to use, and I would just max out my credit cards, credit card after credit card. And all I thought I had to do was make the minimum payments. Yeah, I would never think. Not now, but yeah, that was my year-old logic. You know that movie, Confessions of a Shopaholic? That was me. I felt like they made that movie about me. Ding dong, the wedding planner is here with the bill. The budget that they agreed on was $, which may not seem like a lot by American standards, but it's a pretty big budget in Colombia. He gave her that money and thought that that was way more than enough to handle everything. But she kept coming back and said, I need more log, I need more money. And she kept coming back again and again and again. And now he's stressed and quite frankly, he's pissed. The wedding planner is punching in all the numbers in her calculator. And the total comes out to a number that she says, which I couldn't understand, but it stressed Madeline out so much that she got up, walked to the kitchen, grabbed a bar or grabbed a jar of chocolate, spread, and ate it with her finger. She dipped her inch nails into that jar of chocolate.
Okay.
And she sucked it off like, ooh girl, you couldn't grab a spoon. Why are you sucking on your fingers so hard like it's a blow pop? No, and she's got those long-ass fingernails too, and she's just dipping it in and sucking all that underfinger gunk off. I guarantee you, there are tons of poop particles under there, and Lord knows what else. Okay, I'm ready. But back to the bill. They have an extra $1 that Madeline added onto the tab, and they have 2 days to pay it, or else it'll all be cancelled. So Lee has no ESA. What is your name? Luke says, Yo tengo muy confuso porque I sent a payment in December. The wedding planner goes, we didn't get a payment in December. So looks at his child bride who's sucking the Nutella off her inch fingernail and goes, where did the money go, Madeline? Oh no. So he's like, okay, let's open up our bank accounts and let's all check. So they all have their phones and they're scrolling. And he's like, yep, see, I sent you this amount of money. You clearly need some help managing money. So let's sit down together and go through everything. And she's so offended. Oh my God, you are so. Of all dog, you send me money for the rant on the drawers, not the water. So now she's past cause he's accusing her of something she didn't do. So she shows him her phone to see her transactions, and it seems like there was some sort of miscommunication. I don't know. Don't go here. You say you already send me more money, when you don't. Be real, man. At the end of the day, they owe $1 to the wedding planner, and Luke only has $1 from his dad, and he was hoping that they could live off of that for a couple months and not spend it all on their already over-budget wedding. But what can he do? So he tells Madeline and the wedding planner, I only have $1, so you got to do something with $1. So the wedding planner goes, okay, let's go over everything and see what we can cut. And Madeline is like, no. And Luke is like, yes. I don't have any more money. I only have 3 grand. So you got to do it within the 3 grand. And then she goes then. Last night got married, and 'cause you had 1 year to save up the money and give me the wallet. They all rose possibility and she storms off, so don't get married. Yes, Sean Paul, you have 1 year to asking me to get married, when it's about make the trains through you never get it you, as the one to get responsibilities you don't kind of pay for. Moving on to Mono and Anthony. Well, if it isn't the happy couple. After arriving to her parents' house, they settle into their room and they say goodnight to everyone. She tells Anthony that she didn't appreciate him making that solo parent comment, and then he says, yeah, I shouldn't have said it, but before you quit your job, I was doing the brunt of the child care, but that was because I was a solo provide death. That's why I could not be so patient. It's usually 0 to with her. Yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to tell you why I said that, why I was feeling that way. I'm just expressing how I'm feeling, and she's invalidating the way I feel. Because it's not what she wants to hear.
Y'all.
He can't. He cannot get a word in without her freaking the fork out. She is so defensive. Let the man say how he feels. He's allowed to feel the way he feels. His feelings are valid. He even tells a camera that she's invalidating how he feels because he's saying the things that she doesn't want to hear, and that's. She goes on and tells him he needs to be more aware of how he talks to her. But girl, I don't know how else he's supposed to talk to her. He couldn't be more gentle. He's so calm, like how else is he supposed to talk to her? Honestly, if anything, she needs to be more aware of how she talks to him.
Yeah.
Am I crazy? She feels like he uses that he's a primary parent to quote, shut her off. I don't know what that means, but okay. That's how she feels. She told him how she feels her feelings are valid. But then he says, I feel like that's not valid. Oh, I feel like that's not valid. I don't know. Okay, but then we see another problem that they're having, and it's not just about the parenting, it's also their romantic connection. It seems as though she's wanting more affection, more love, more romance from him. And she tells him this straight up. And that's valid, right? But the way she tells him show how much. I love you by touching you, kissing you like I'll do my best. I'm doing my best. Well, right now you're not a husband to me. I'm just expecting you to be a loving man. Kiss me like this is expectation. This should be natural. Not so great. The next morning Manor is unpacking and unfortunately, she didn't get much sleep because a kid likes to sleep in bed with them. And he was sleeping sideways, and honestly my dog does the same thing, and that's why I wake up like every 2 hours through the night. So don't ever tell me that kids and dogs are different. Anthony tells the cameras that he's ready to work on their marriage and be more attentive and affectionate to his wife. Now I am so curious to see if they're still together in real time or not. Like, did they work things out or not? Does anyone know any spoilers? Let me know down in the comments. I have a lot to work on and she has a lot to work on. And I think if we both work on it with determination and motivation, we'll be in a good place. Let's see how Chloe's doing without her dollar shampoo, which, by the way, I thought that was a total exaggeration. But let me tell you a story. I got this teeny tiny sample of a shampoo and conditioner that I absolutely fell in love with. Okay. It makes my hair feel so soft and smells so good. And so I went to buy it, and it was $1 for their Oz shampoo conditioner set. I was like, what in the big Ed sweaty booty crack hell is going on? But thankfully they had a smaller set for $4. And then they had an even smaller, that $4. And I got that, yeah. And I will be using every last drop, and when I can't squeeze the thing anymore, I will grab my spatty daddy and scoop every little drop out. Anyway, Anthony asks Chloe to make some scrambled eggs while he gets all the beach stuff ready. Because they're going to go to the beach. And she's like, I don't really know how to use your gas stove. But it's okay, I'll figure it out. Well, she doesn't figure it out because he needs to teach her. And honestly, I don't blame her because I didn't really know how to use a gas stove either. My first time I was kind of scared of the thing. So I kind of feel for her. She is young, so I'll give her that. By the way, did anyone notice that pan? The scratched up pan isn't that really bad for you, because if your non-stick pans are scratched you like that you need to replace it. Like right now you need a new one. Okay, non-stick pans are coated with Teflon or similar chemicals, and when the coating is intact it's pretty safe. But once it gets scratched, little flakes can break off into your food, and on top of that the damaged surface releases toxic fumes when the pan gets too hot. So basically you're seasoning your dinner with mystery chemicals and a side of lung irritants. Not exactly the flavor profile you'll want. Anthony teaches Chloe how to use a gas stove. He's like, we should eat in more so we can save some money. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, she didn't actually say that, but her face certainly did. Now that I know I'm going to be at home playing, but so far so good idea.
No, it's totally fine.
It's just going to take forever. Oh man, let me take that one now. Want a Greta and her cat? It's Greta's last day with Hazel and she hugs her tight as she cries, and honestly, I would be such a fork and mess if I had to part ways with my fur babies. But it seems like her trusted friends will be looking after her, so at least there's that. Like when I had to move to DC and I had to put my fur babies into the care of my mom and my sister. Like, I was totally fine because I knew they would take really good care of them. So honestly, I wasn't really worried in that sense. She lets her friends know that Hazel loves to be held and they're thinking, yeah, we're not doing that, but don't worry, she's gonna be fine. Apparently, Greta is being torn apart on Reddit for leaving Hazel behind, which I don't really understand because it's not like the cat is going to an animal shelter or to some stranger's house. She's going to be with her friends that she trusts, and it's temporary until she gets her back. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't have done that, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. The cat's going to be fine. She's staying with her friends temporarily until she gets her place, and she's going to get the cat back. Okay, some people need to chill. Okay, remember in one of my other recaps, Inev was offering the free jar gummies. Go back to that video. Okay, click the link and get yourself a free jar of gummies and chill out. Well, that's it for the recap. I certainly miss Jenny and Summit, so hopefully we're going to see them in the next episode, and until then, let me know all your thoughts in the comments. And I'll talk to you in the next one.
Bye.
Shoot it in my pants. Never meant to make my booty ship. I apologize. I ship my pants. I shifted in my pants.